It dominated the box office earlier this year, and now Endgame has reaped some vengeance at the MTV Movie and TV Awards.
I like this one.
The Avengers movie, which has the second biggest box office takings of all time, took home awards for Best Movie, Villain and Hero. The winning streak also continued for Game of Thrones, collecting Best Show. Elizabeth Moss won the Best Performance in a TV show, a category which was entirely made up of women.
To all my ladies out there, keep up the fight. I stand right alongside you, and don't let the bastards grind you down.
Singing superstar Shania Twain wants you to go to Las Vegas.
Let's go, girls.
After a long struggle with Lyme disease and a devastating divorce, the Grammy Award winner has announced a new residency.
My last residency was more of a romantic type show, and this one will be more of a dance party, sing-along. Well, I am certainly going to be celebrating that place that I've come to in my life for sure.
The fashion world is mourning the death of icon Gloria Vanderbilt, who died of stomach cancer at the age of 95. Her son, CNN journalist Anderson Cooper, announced the news of her death on the network.
Gloria Vanderbilt, my mom, lived her entire life in the public eye. My mom grew up in France, not knowing anything about the Vanderbilt family or the money that she would inherit when she turned 21. She had no idea the trouble that money would create. If you were around in the early 1980s, it was pretty hard to miss the genes she helped create. But that was her public face, the one she learned to hide behind as a child. Her private self, her real self, that was more fascinating and more lovely than anything she showed the public. The last few weeks, every time I kissed her goodbye, I'd say, "I love you, Mom." She would look at me and say, "I love you too. You know that."
And I did.
And she was right. I did know that. I knew it from the moment I was born, and I'll know it for the rest of my life. And in the end, what greater gift can a mother give to her son?
Well, imagine a world where the Beatles or their music never existed.
Oh, I believe in yesterday.
When did you write that?
I didn't write it. Paul McCartney wrote it, the Beatles.
That's the plot of British director Danny Boyle's new film, Yesterday.
It's quite interesting that in a time when there are so many biopics or life stories of musicians and the music interspersed in that, the Beatles would give permission to use their music in a story where they are literally erased from the consciousness of the world. That's so typical of their sense of humour.
The comedy stars English actor Himesh Patel, who makes it big after ripping off some of the Beatles' hits. Yesterday hit cinemas this week. And that's your wrap of what's happening in showbiz.